Welcome to your daily dose of Poverty Proof, how the rich think differently and how you can train your brain for wealth. Well, I'm having a great day. I walked into a bookstore today and saw the brand new title on display for the first time. This one is the follow-up to Poverty Proof, 50 Ways to Train Your Brain for Wealth. The orange one sold out almost as swiftly as it hit the shelves, and this is the follow-up, Poverty Proof for Entrepreneurs, 50 Ways to Dodge the Pitfalls and Build Wealth. It takes some of the ideas in Poverty Proof just that one step further. It's also dedicated to my intellectual hero, Dr. Thomas Sowell. But perhaps most important of all, it's blue. So the book is available all around the world as an ebook at this point and in paperback form in my nation, and I will start doing the audio version of the book within the next couple of days, and that usually takes between, say, 3 weeks to a month and a half before that will go live all around the world. Right, class, for today's lesson, I would like you to get a piece of paper and a pen, because there's something that you can do with today's lesson. We're going to talk about one of the qualities of the rich that is vastly different to most people around them. Using composite information of people who have created business empires and self-made multi-millionaires. Information from the likes of Forbes, Harvard Business Review, MSNBC, and so forth. I'm busy writing a composite sketch at the moment of what the self-made millionaire looks like, what he or she is like as a person. And a couple of videos ago, we covered the idea that these are people with extremely high levels of confidence. And these are malleable qualities. You can learn the confidence necessary. Now, here's another one. And I'm going to sneak up on the principle itself. So let's go back half a step. I would like you to write down on your piece of paper the things you do as outward displays. Or in other words, how do you show off? No one's going to see this list, it's just for you, so be honest about it. Do you have a thing for collecting fancy shoes? Maybe it's sneakers. Do you like the expensive car? Is it about the suits, the haircut? What constitutes your way of doing outward display? Now, I'm not going to disparage those things, but I am going to ask you a question. What do you do as inward strategy rather than as outward display? Because it turns out that self-made successful people have a very strong sense of an inner plan. And to a large extent, they keep their own counsel about what the long-term plan is. By all means, they may speak to trusted friends and family and advisors and so forth, but they have an internal set of ideas about what they're pushing for and where they are going. So I would like you to write on one side of the page your outward displays, and I would like you to write on the other side of the page your inward strategy, the things that you're doing on the inside that are long-term plans and goals that you are working on that nobody knows about, or at least that very few people know about. Now, once you've done that, I want you to look at two sides of the page at the same time. The side in which you have the outward displays matters much less than you think it does, particularly for young wealth builders. People tend to think that those ostentatious displays of cash and buying alcohol and cars and so on are the big way of getting to where you want to be. In fact, they are impoverishers. True strategists know that the worth is not in the left-hand column, it's in the right-hand column. It's the plans that you are carrying out, the internal strategy. Now we're going to go one step further. I would like you to compromise one of the things on the left-hand side of the page. One of your ostentatious outward displays that you currently fund. I want you to prove to yourself that you have the discipline to forego it. And I'd like you to use that money towards something that strategically builds your wealth, your business, your brand, your career, something that uplifts your life. In doing so, you will cease to have the benefit of the outward show. And that's important. You need to know that you can do it. But you will regain the capital underlying that act or that display. And I want you to take that capital, that amount of money, and put it into something that grows your future. Here's what you're going to get out of it. No one will see it. In fact, they will see less of the ostentatious display. But you will know that you've done something smart. And I want you to experience that. I want you to experience that inner sense of, I've made a sacrifice, I've foregone something, I'm doing something clever, and I'm keeping it to myself. Master tactician level maneuver. Can you do it at the most basic level? If you can, I'm betting on you to become wealthy.